So as part of demo class today, so I'm going to cover the basic programming and as well as data types and variable. Let's understand about these two, data types as well as an variable. What is data types and what is variable? Anybody, any idea what is data type and what is variable? Anybody who are from ABAP? Somebody is there from ABAP side, right? No, it's completely fine, but if anyone want to try, so it will be very good. The sessions are interactive, okay, so you can speak, you can ask me anytime, any doubts you get in the middle, you have you can stop me anytime. Okay, so no problem. What is data types? Okay, data types are templates. Okay, so data types are templates used to define the data objects. What is this template and what is this data object? Two terms, right? One is template and one is data object. What is this template? I'll show you in the next slide. We'll see what is data type and what is what is data object. Data objects are nothing but this can be an any variable, okay, or it can be an any internal table, okay, or it can be an work area. No need to worry about this terminologies today. Okay, we will cover everything in the course content. No need to worry what is internal table, work area and all. Today I'll explain you what is variable anyways. Okay, but this internal table, work area and all, you will understand it later point of time. No need to worry, I'll explain it. Okay, so now what is the purpose of data type? Now what is the purpose? First thing is that you understood it is a template, right? What is this template? What this template is going to do? Okay, this template or the purpose of this data types is to supply the technical attributes. Okay, it is used to supply the technical attributes. Okay, this is what the purpose of data type. What is this technical attributes? We'll understand. Okay, before understanding these technical attributes, let's understand categories of the data types or the classification of data types. What are the types of data types we have in ABAP? Okay, so let's understand. That is very important now before starting anything. So let's say data types. Let's understand the classification of data types. Okay, so these data types are classified into three types in ABAP. Okay, so one is elementary data type, okay, another one is complex data type or reference data type, and then we have one more complex data type. Okay, complex data types. Okay, so these are the types of data types we have in ABAP mainly. Okay, so what is this elementary data type now? Okay, what is this elementary data type? Elementary data types are the built-in data types. Okay, what is built-in, guys? Anybody? Built-in? What is the meaning of built-in? Built-in, anybody want to try? Let's make session interactive. What is built-in? Anybody?
SAP develop.
Very good, thank you so much. Okay, so anybody, simple term you want to talk? If you don't know about programming, it's completely fine. Simple term you might have heard, built-in. Let's take an example of Android phone. So when you switch on your Android phone for the first time, you will have some built-in apps in your mobile, right? You cannot uninstall them, you cannot delete them, correct? So you no need to install them also. You will get some apps by inbuilt, right? Correct? Agree? So this is also like that only. So SAP system can understand, or a ABAP layer can understand this data type, okay, directly. Okay, so these data types are built-in built-in data types. Okay, built-in data types means predefined already. These data types are already exist in the system. Okay, no need to define them again. This is what we call built-in data types. Is this clear, everyone? What is the meaning of built-in? Clear? Anybody has any doubts in this? Hello, anybody, any doubts? These data types are built-in data types. That means already exist in the system, which are already exist in the system. No need to define them again. Clear? Hello, clear everyone? Yes or no, please? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Clear? Okay, very good. So now again these elementary data types are classified into two types. Okay, so let me tell you, there are again two types. One is predefined type, or let's say a fixed length data types, or else let's keep it as fixed length data types. And then we have one more variable length data type. Okay, fixed length, variable length data. We'll understand each and everything in our regular class. No need to worry right now. Okay, so I'll just explain in an overview section, like kind of fixed length data types we'll see in today's session. Okay, anyways, so fixed length data types are the memory that we allocate for a variable by using this data types are fixed always. Okay, you cannot exceed the memory. You cannot store the value more than the memory that is allocated. Okay, but this variable length data types, the memory for this variable length data types will be allocated at the program runtime. Okay, depends on the value that you store inside these variables. Okay, by using this data type we will create some variable, right? What is variable? I'll tell you in the next slide. Okay, you will create the variable, right? So that variable can allocate a memory at the runtime. How much value you will store, based depending on that the memory will be allocated. What is memory and all these terms you'll definitely understand in today's sessions. I'll show you. Okay, no need to worry. These are the two types we have. We'll understand about this fixed length data type in the next section. I'll cover that. Okay, so again, so this fixed length data types is categorized into two types. Okay, so one is character data type. Character data types. Okay, so the another one is numeric data types. This is classified or categorized into two types again. One is character data type and another one is numeric data type. These are the two types we have again, character data type and then we have numeric data type. Okay, these are the two types again it is classified into. Okay, so we'll see. No need to worry right now, guys. I'll explain it to you everything. Okay, this is just a classification. Okay, and also just a demo class. I'm just demonstrating whether you're able to understand the classes which I'll take or not. That's what we are focusing right now. Again, this variable data types is classified into two types. Okay, this is classified into two types again. Okay, so one is string and then another one is string, the another one is X string. Okay, so this is the classification of this data type. Anybody, any doubts so far? Are we good? Are we good up to now? Up to this classification, everyone good? Understood? Hello, is this clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. So now next one is reference data type. Okay, I'm not able to do that anyways. Let me keep it the same way. Okay, another one is reference data type. Okay, what is this reference data type now? Okay, this reference data types are used to define the reference variables in an object oriented ABAP. Okay, it's not used in our classical ABAP. Okay, whatever the ABAP that we are learning, in this one we will not be used, but I'll be teaching this in our object oriented ABAP. But little bit of the things, okay, I'll teach you in the last chapter of our course content. In this chapter, little bit of reference variables and all I'll cover it here. Okay, data reference variables and all. So this reference data type, or we can say this data types are deep data types. Okay, deep data types used to define the reference variables in object oriented ABAP, or else used to define an objects, okay, objects in an object oriented ABAP, or ABAP in simple form. Okay, so this is what reference variables. We use this data type to define an objects, mainly to define an objects, okay, objects in an object oriented ABAP. We use it. Okay, so that is what reference data type we'll cover. No need to worry. Okay, so if you're going to take an object oriented ABAP from me, definitely I'll cover it. Okay, no need to worry about this right away, right now. Okay, so many things are there that we need to understand before that. Okay, so next one is complex data type. Okay, this data types I'll cover in the data dictionary chapter. Okay, so what is this data types? What are these complex data types? These data types are not built-in data type like this. Okay, these data types are not built-in data types, but these data types can be, okay, these complex data types can be made. We can say these data types, or else complex data types are made up of other data types. Okay, we'll use the built-in data types basically. Okay, these data types we'll use to build these complex data types. Okay, so we'll understand in complex data type in the data dictionary chapter. I'll cover this complex data type. Okay, in the second chapter of our course content, we'll see these complex data types. So in this complex data types, so we'll understand about the structures and the table types. There are two types again. It is classified into two types again. One is structure, okay, another one is table type. What is structure, what is table type? No need to worry again. So we'll cover in the data dictionary chapter. No need to worry in the demo class just today. Okay, so we'll cover it. And then table type. These are the two types of data types we have under complex data type. I'll cover this in the data dictionary chapter. Okay, so again this structure is classified into three structures. Okay, one is flat structure, everything will understand. Another one is deep structure or nested structure. Next one is nested structure. Okay, and another one is the deep structure. Okay, deep structure. Okay, these are the three types of structures we have again. Okay, this also will cover, will understand in our data dictionary chapter. No need to worry right now. Okay, so this is what the classification of data types. Anybody, any doubts so far? Are you good at understanding the classification of these data types of data types in ABAP? Anybody, any doubts up to now? You can ask me if you have any doubts. Is this clear for everybody? Hello, everyone clear so far? Shall we proceed further? Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much for confirming. Okay, so let's see now. In today's class we'll understand about fixed length data type. In that we'll understand about character data type, mainly very important one. Okay, so let's understand about character data type. Character data type. Okay, so this data types comes under the fixed length data types that you know now. Okay, what is fixed length we'll see. Okay, I'll explain it in the system. Okay, again there are 5 types of data types under character data type. One is character, another one is one is character. Okay, another one is numeric character. Don't confuse between numeric data type and numeric character, both are different. Numeric character, this is numeric character data type, this is numeric data type. Okay, don't get confused, this is totally different. Okay, So numeric character, and then we have date, and then we have time, and then we have hexadecimal. We have date, time, and then hexadecimal. Okay, these are the data types that comes under character data type. Under numeric data type, under numeric type we have so many data types under numeric. Integer, sorry, some problem with the text box of PPT. Just a minute, let me take the new text box very quickly. So we have integer 8, we have floating point, everything will understand. Then we have packed decimal, and then we have decimal float 16, and then we have decimal float 34. Okay, so these are the data types that comes under numeric data type. Okay, so today we'll understand about the character data type. In-depth knowledge I'll share about the character data type. Okay, this is how our training will be. Okay, so let's understand. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll just quickly log into the system. Okay, so no need to worry how I am navigating, how I install these things, all of this you no need to worry. Okay, definitely you will understand in our regular classes. 1 minute, I just entered the wrong user ID and password. Okay, so now I'll just go to SE38. No need to worry any of these things, I'll cover anyways. Okay, no need to worry what is transaction code, how I'm navigating and all. So I'll cover that in SAP GUI overview in the first chapter itself. Here in the first chapter SAP GUI overview we'll see that. Okay, no need to worry. Just create ABAP underscore basic underscore or else ABAP program underscore B12. Just say create. Okay, so basic programming, no need to worry about these steps guys, I'll cover in depth. No need to worry, this is just a demo class. Okay, you just need to understand the concept right now, that's all. No need to worry about any of these things, we'll understand everything in our regular classes. Okay, I'll just save it in the local object. Okay, so this is a program that I'm creating so that I can explain the data types properly. So now, okay, so this is the program. I'll just declare one thing here, data, so variable name called name, and then I'll use the keyword type, and then I'll say C. Okay, it's very important to understand this statement. Okay, what is this statement C? What is this? Everything, let's see. Okay, this character, you don't tell the system, okay, to get the properties. What are the properties of character data type? Let me put the properties. Okay, so the properties of character data type is it can if you put the data type as character here. Okay, if you tell the system this data variable should be of type character, okay, then this variable can store alphanumeric data. Okay, and then it can have default value. Okay, or else let's say the default value of the character data type is space, or else we can also call it as blank. Okay, or default length is 1, and then it reads the data from left to right. It reads the data from left to right. These are the properties of character data type. Okay, so to tell the system take this property, you don't need to put in the system in the program like this. You just need to tell it is C. Okay, just tell the system C. C means inherit all the properties of this character data type and put it into variable. Okay, let's understand this statement first so that you can understand today's demo class. Okay, let me divide the statement and explain it to you. So we have the 4 letters in the program. One is data, the first keyword is data, and then this is where I have written a variable name, Okay, so this is a variable name. I'll just put variable name var. So and then we have written one more keyword. Okay, so type. Okay, and another, the beauty of ABAP programming is it's not a case sensitive. Okay, and another thing is that all the statements will end with period. Okay, even the syntax, basic syntax rules also will be covered in our regular class. Okay, just understand about the concept in today's session. So and then we have written, we have kept the data type here, right? Type C. Okay, so this is what the statement that we have written. Everyone, right? Yes or no, please? This is what the statement we have written, right? Right?
Yes.
Agree with me? Okay, so now let's understand. Okay, so let's understand what is this each and meaning of each and every statement. One more thing, whatever you write in blue color, okay, those are keywords of ABAP. Okay, you can use as it is. So but this one you can keep anything. Let's say it's a demo underscore class. Okay, I can put anything, right? I can put variable name, can be anything, any name you can put. If you put here if you put your name also here, it will work, no need to worry. Okay, so that is the variable name. So now what is the use of this data keyword in the programming? Why we need to use this data keyword, and what is the use of this data keyword? Okay, so the statement which we have written here, we call it as declaration in programming. Declaration, this is what we call declaration. What is declaration now? Okay, what is declaration now? Okay, let's understand. Declaration is nothing but reserving and memory in an application layer to store the data or the value. This is what we call declaration. You are going to reserve some memory location, okay, to store the data. Let's say, for example, if you are going in a bus, if you and your friends are going in a bus, you want to go in a bus for some trip and all. So what you will do, you want to reserve some space for him also, right? So that he can sit beside you, correct? The same way, to store the data in the application layer of system, in the application layer here in the application layer, we are allocating some memory. Okay, we are allocating some memory. For what we need to allocate memory? What is the name of that memory? The name of that memory is a variable name. The name of the memory is the variable name. Anybody, any doubts? Hello, clear everyone? Is this clear for everybody? Anybody, any doubts? The name of the memory, you're reserving some memory, right? You're reserving some memory to store the data, right? To store the value. The name, for this you need to provide some name. The name of that memory is a variable name. Got it? This variable will store the data in the application layer. Anybody, any doubts so far? Yes or no, please? Is this clear for everyone? Variables are used to store the data at program runtime. When your program is running, that time you want to store some value for some purpose. Okay, you are going to store the data in the variable. Anybody, any doubts? Is this clear for everyone? This too, what is variable? Is this clear? What is variable? Clear for everyone? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Anybody, any doubts in the variable? One yes I got. What about others? Anybody, any doubts in this? This too, what is data and what is variable? Okay, I hope yes from everyone. So next is type keyword, and we have mentioned type C here. Type C means this is the template. This C supplies these properties. What is the property of type C? It can store alphanumeric data. What is alphanumeric data? Anybody? Any guess? What is alphanumeric data? It can be any numbers, right? It can be any numbers. It can be alphabets, correct? It can be special characters. correct? Like ampersand, star, or any special character. This can be anything. This is what we call alphanumeric data. If you tell the system type C, okay, type C, system will then allocate a memory for this variable so that this variable can store this kind of data. Clear? This type keyword, this is what the template, this is what the technical attributes of the data type C. Technical attribute, that means it can store alphanumeric data. The default value is space. I'll come to this. The default value length is 1 and it reads the data from left to right. I'll come to each and every point. We'll see each and every point in detail. Okay, so in detail we'll see each and every point. Okay, so this data type will supply what? Technical attributes, right? Technical attributes, right? Attributes, or let's say simple word properties. Okay, English word, simple properties, right? Technical properties. Then what is the use of this type keyword? So this type keyword used to copy the properties from this data type to the variable. Okay, it will copy the properties of this data type to the variable. This is what this type keyword will do. It will copy the properties from this variable type keyword, sorry, data type to the variable. Understood? 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 Each and every statement used to copy the technical properties from data type to variable, right? Clear? Anybody, any doubts in this statement? We had written a data statement, this one declaration statement. Why we need to do this declaration? Is this clear for everybody? Anybody has any doubts in this? You can ask me now.
Can you show with me this an example?
Yes, definitely we'll see. If this concept is clear, I'll show you. Is this concept clear for everyone? Okay, let's see now. Okay, maybe it will be more clear when I explain it and with an example. Let me log into the system and show you an example. Okay, I'll just quickly log into the system and then I'll show you one example so that you will have more clarity on this. Just go to the same thing again, just go here. So now inside this variable, let's say the variable name is demo underscore class variable. You can put any name. Let's say if you put demo class like this, it will also work. It's not like you need to do the same thing. You can put anything. So inside this variable, what I'm going to do, I'm going to store some value. Let's say today is a demo class. Okay, today is a demo class. I want to store this value. If I want to print this to the output, then I need to use a write keyword here. So, and then the variable, what are the data that is inside the variable that we are going to print it to the outside. I'll check for an error. No error. See the beauty of ABAP. Let's say you missed the writing full stop here. See the next statement itself is coming in red color, and then when you do check, it will also show you in the line number 5 this period is expected but you missed it after this value. Wow, what a beauty, right? See, I'll just remove this one. Super. See guys, wow, super, right? Super easy, beautiful editor. Okay, I'll just check this one. No errors. So I'll check for error. No errors. Very good. I'll activate it. Now I'll keep a breakpoint here and then let's see what happened in the debugger session. Why we need debugger session? There are two things: to identify the logical errors. Another use is that another use is to understand the program. Okay, let's understand the program by debugging this line. Okay, I guess now let's see that in the system. See here. So see now here, this is the variable name. Okay, for this variable we have allocated a memory. See here, I double click in the memory analysis tab. You can see this is of character and this is of 1. Length is 1. What is the meaning of length 1? See, by default it has allocated as length 1. What is the meaning of length? Let's say, so in ABAP, okay, so if you take an ABAP as a word, so there are 4 characters here, 1 2 3 4, correct? Agree everyone? These are the 4 characters we have in ABAP, right? Hello everybody, see 4 characters, right? 4 different characters are there in ABAP word, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, please? Everyone?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right? There are 4 characters. Okay. So to store a system we need to provide length as 1. To store this 2 character, we need to tell the system allocate length 2. To store this all 4 character, we need to tell allocate length as 4. Based on this length, system will reserve some memory. For 4 bytes, system will allocate for 4 length. If you provide length as 4, system will allocate 8 bytes of memory. If you provide length as 2, system will allocate 2 bytes of memory. Okay, so this is how it will work. Understood, guys? How much byte is required in the system to store 1 character? Got it? If you put 1 here, then system will allocate 2 bytes of memory. That means it can only store first value. Why it will store only the first value? Why not the last value? Because the character data types always reads the data from right to left direction. Sorry, left to right direction. Right? So this is how the character data type will work. Understood? What is the default length? Understood? If you don't provide any length, let's say you don't put length keyword here to allocate the memory, okay, system will allocate length as 1 by default. Okay, for 1 bytes you can see here it has allocated 2 bytes of memory. If there is a 2 bytes of memory, I'm trying to store a sentence here. Now I have a question for you people. Will it store complete sentence or not? Will it store this sentence completely or it will not store? What will happen? Hello? Anybody? It's okay, guys. You can try. No problem. If you do any mistakes, I'll correct you. No worries. I'm there to correct. Right? You can guess. Let's see how many of you will guess. The length of this one is 1. Okay. So it is, I'm trying to store this complete sentence. Will it store or not? Okay, I guess still you people have not understood it completely. So let me do one thing. Okay, let me do one thing. Simple thing will compare. Okay, you people will be able to understand now. Alright, just let me take a glass of water. Okay, so maybe just take any of this. I'll just take this one or this one. Let's take this one. Okay, so simple question, real time things. Okay, that always happens in our real life, right? So now just assume that you have a glass of capacity 500 ml or 1 liter. Okay, let's say maybe 500 ml. You have an 500 ml of glass. Okay, you have an 500 ml of glass. So now you are trying to pour 1 liter of water into this 500 ml glass. What will happen? What will happen? Understood my question or not?
It's not possible.
Yes. What will happen if you keep pouring? Yes, it is not possible. What will happen if you keep pouring the water into this glass?
Overflow.
Overflow. Very good. It will come out, right? It will come out, right? Agree? It will come out, correct? It cannot hold 1 liter of water because the capacity of this glass is 500 ml only, right? Water will come out, correct? Everyone agree? The same thing happens here also. So the capacity of this one right now, okay, right now the capacity of this one is to store 1 character only because the length has allocated as 1. Okay, if I try to store more characters, what will happen? What happened here? Overflow, right? It will not store, the water will come out, right? Agree? The same way here also. See here, I will try to store this complete sentence. It will only store one value. It is only storing t. It is ignoring other values. What happened here? Now, what happened here? Compare with the glass. Let's say this is the glass, okay, of water. Now you are trying to put, sorry, 1 minute, let me just take another snapshot of this. So let's say this is the glass of water that you have, okay. So now you kept this t inside this one. The capacity of this glass is to store only t value, okay. So now when you try to, now the memory is full. When you try to copy this O inside this variable, it will not store, it will just come outside like glass. It will not store, it will ignore it. It will ignore these values. Understood? Got it? See, because of that reason it is only storing the value t. If I want to store this complete sentence, what I need to do? I need to specify the length, right? Let's say length as 20. I'll put length as 20, some random length, okay. So now tell me what will happen. Will it store or not? How many characters we have here? Anybody? Please make session more interactive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have total 19 characters here, right? So the memory is 20 length now. That means I am trying to pour water or 1 liter of water into not 500 ml, 1.2 liter of glass. Now will it store or not? It will store all the water and then still some space is left, correct? The same way here also. See here, I just press F5. I'll just execute that line. See, today is a demo class. It is storing complete value. With that, it is also storing an extra space here. See, that is what the default value. If you don't store any data inside the variable, then it is going to store. It is going to store what? It is going to store an default value, that is space. Understood the meaning of each and every line which I have written here? Anybody, any doubts? No need to hesitate to ask doubts. Okay, everybody is learning here. Even I'm learning from you. We people will be not knowing it, but even I'm also learning from you people. It's okay to ask doubts. I will never bother you will never bother me asking doubts. Okay, I always love to answer for your questions or to clear your doubts. Is these points are clear for everybody? Anybody has any doubts so far? Hello? Anybody any doubts so far? Are we clear about the character data type? Not clear? Not clear, guys? Hello? Yes or no, please? Not sleeping, right?
Clear.
Data type. Understood, everyone? Shall we move to the next data type, numeric character? So now I have a question for you. To store this ABAP word, how much length I need to allocate?
4.
Very good. Thank you so much. 4 bytes. Sorry, 4 length. How many bytes is it will allocate? 8 bytes of memory. 4 into
8
2.
bytes.
1 character, 2 bytes of memory. 4 into 2, 8 bytes of memory it will allocate. Okay. So now, what is the use of this character data type? We can use it to store address, or you want to store some name and all, you can store it. Okay, so many advantages, so many things are there, you will get to know going forward. So next one is numeric character. So when I put type n here, what happens? When I put type c here, what happened? System inherited, system copied all the properties of this data type, and these properties are copied into this one, right? So when I say numeric data type, all the properties of this numeric data type will be copied. That's what happens now. Okay, so what are the properties of numeric character? It is denoted by n. Okay, so now it can store only numbers. It can store, that means when you say type n here, this variable can only store numbers. It can only store numbers, okay, from 0 to 9, from 0 to 9, okay. It can only store number from 0 to 9, okay. So now next one is the default value is 0, then default length is 1, and it reads the data from right to left direction. We'll understand this in the system. Okay, I'll just move this image little to the right side here. Okay, just move it to here. Okay, right to left direction. This is what these are the properties of a numeric character. Okay, so let's see this in the system now. Okay, so let's see this in the system. So now I'll just comment this line of code. Commenting means this line will not be executed, or it will not be considered for execution or check, syntax check. Okay, so let's see now data. I'll put here.
How you comment it, sir? How you comment
Very
it?
simple.
Star.
Anyways, that will be covered in our regular class. Control greater than to uncomment, control less than to comment, control greater than. Select from the mouse. Okay, it will be covered in regular class, and then control less than. Okay, understand?
Control less than.
Yeah, control less than. So now let's say phone underscore number. I'll create a variable type n. Okay, so now I'll store my phone number inside this variable. Okay, so let's say 7483862548. okay, and then I'm going to write a variable here. I'm going to print that variable. Okay, so check for error, no errors, beautiful, activate now, and then I keep breakpoint so that I can show you what happens. With that, I also have a question for you people. So now please read the properties. It can only store numbers. The default value is 0. The default length is 1. It reads the data from right to left direction. These are the properties of numeric character. Okay, see now, I have not specified any length keyword, or I am not told the system allocate this much of memory, right? Right? Now tell me, how much memory system will allocate for this variable? How much memory system will allocate for this variable? How much memory system will allocate for this variable? Who will tell me?
One.
Very good. Thank you so much. It will allocate length as 1. See here, because the default length is 1. Very good. Thank you so much. See here, I can double click here. It will come to this one. So you can see numeric character and length has 1. Okay, what can be the bytes? Memory in bytes. Memory in bytes. Who will tell me?
2 bytes.
Wow, super. See, 2 bytes of memory it has allocated. Super. 2 bytes of memory, right? So now tell me, if I execute, if you see this yellow color line, yellow color arrow here, that means still this line is not executed. If I execute this line of code, what is the value that this variable will hold? It will store 7, 4, 8, or what value?
8.
Wow, super. You understood the concept, because see here, it reads the data in right to left direction, right? Super. Everybody understood. Thank you so much for answering. See, just go back here. You see why the 0 is coming. Okay, last question.
It's the default value.
Super. Wow, I'm so happy. See now, so now it is going to read what system will do now. Let me explain it to you. So system, this is a memory that you have allocated. System will copy this 8 and it will keep it here. Now the memory is full. Okay, there is no memory to store this data. It will ignore, right? So when it try to read here, it will ignore it. Okay, so now see, I'll execute this line of code. Observe here, I press F5. You see, it is storing 8. Super, right? I'm going to print it. So if I want to store all these numbers, what I need to do?
Increase the length.
Increase the length, correct? I'll just say length has 15, some random length. I'll just put it. Okay, you can provide 10 length. Okay, since there are 10 numbers I'm going to store. Okay, I'll just put it as 10 length. Okay, so now 15, I'll just put it. I'll execute See again in the debugger, I'll show you the memory. Earlier it was 2 bytes. Why this many zeros are coming? Still this line is not executed. That is first thing. Second thing is that we have allocated length as 15. It instead of storing, it has to store some value, right? If you are creating some memory, it has to store some value, right? So even in the glass, if you don't store any water, it will store oxygen or air, right? Air. It will store oxygen. Some empty will be there, right? So the same way, this is what the default value. Okay, it is going to store. See now that we have allocated the memory for this variable around 15 means 15 into 2, 30 bytes of memory we have allocated. Okay, just go back now. I press F5, you see now it is going to store numbers like this. Okay, so and it is keeping these zeros in front of this number, because if these zeros are shifted after the number, the meaning of total number will be changed, right? Because of that reason it is keeping these numbers here, and then it is storing the data in this format. Then we are going to print it to the output. So now see, it is going to print the data. Clear everybody? Anybody any doubts in the numeric character, numeric character data type? Clear everyone? Each one of you is clear? Shall we move to the next one? Date. Okay, I hope it is clear for everyone. Okay, let's move to the date. Okay, so in which format SAP stores date? SAP stores date internally in YYYYMMDD format. Okay, and then what is the fixed length here? It's not a default length that I am specifying. It is a fixed length because I cannot increase the length like I do in the character or numeric data type. Because of that I set fixed length. Okay, so and then what can be the default value? Anybody can guess? Anybody will you guess what can be the default value? 80, simple. Okay, 4 zeros, another 4 zeros. Okay, so this is the default value. When you put type D here, all these properties, all the properties of this data type, date data type will be inherited, will be copied to this variable. Okay, so let me show you in the system now. I'll just comment this line of code. Okay, so now I'll just say, I'll set today underscore date. Okay, I say type, and then I say D, it is denoted by D, and then okay, so I'll say here today, what is the date today? Today is 2021, and this is the 6th month and the 13, right? So this is how SAP stores the date. So then I'm going to print it to the output. So by using write statement, I just do pretty printer so that it will align the code, and then I'll activate the program. I keep breakpoint here, and let's execute and let's see. You can see here today date, it is having the default value as 8 zeros. What can be the memory this as what system, how much memory system has allocated? See, by default system has allocated length as 8. How much memory it will allocate?
16.
Very good. See, it has allocated around 16 bytes of memory. Just go back. So I press F5 now. See here, you are going to store the date 2021, 6 and 13. When I print it to the output, system is going to convert it into the user format 13/6/2021. User settings are maintained in SU3 transaction code. This will also be covered in our regular class. I'll just go to the default here. You can see DDMMYY format. So my date is displaying in DDMMYY format. Okay, so why I said fixed length here, I cannot increase the length. Let's say I'll say length 10, system will throw me an error. So the length keyword that you are using, it should only be used for character, numeric character, hexadecimal or packed decimal. Why you are using it for date data type? You are doing a mistake in the line number 17. Wow, what a beauty. See here guys, understood? Because of that I said it's a fixed length. I cannot increase the length of this. Understood about the date data type? So this numeric character is used to store maybe the pin code, something like this, or an example phone number, okay, and then etc. Okay, so you know what is the use of date. It is used to store the date, right? it is used to store the data. Right. So next one is time data type. Time is denoted by what? Anybody? Any guess? Time is denoted by what?
Hours and minutes, seconds.
Okay, time is denoted by T. Anyways, good. So yes, SAP stores or time will be stored in the format. Time will store in format of hours, minutes, and seconds. Very good. What can be the fixed length here? It is also fixed only.
6.
6. Very good. What can be the default value?
0.
Wow, 6 zeros, right? Super. Okay, so what is your name? Hello, your name please. Your
Name.
Right? Yeah.
Puneet.
Puneet, very good. You're from functional background, right?
Yes. I'm a PP consultant.
Yeah, PP consultant. Very good. Thank you so much. See now, so I'll just comment this line of code. Okay, so do you had any prior experience of programming? No, right? Yes, no.
No, usually daily I will try to debug the program when issue happens in my domain, and I will be failing every time.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry, you are at the right place. So now I'll just say time. I'll just store the time now around 11 hour 39 minutes, and then let's say around 20 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to print it to the output right underscore time now. Okay, so I'll just do pretty printer, check for an error, and then activate it. So now let's see, I'll just keep breakpoint here and execute the program. We'll be able to see this one now. Okay, so now you see guys, it has allocated the memory as length 6 zeros default memory. You can see 6 and 12 bytes of memory. Okay, so now I'm going to store in hours minutes format, and then I'm going to print it to the output also. Okay, so that's all for today as part of demo class. Hexadecimal anyways I'll cover in our regular class. Okay, so that's all about the course, sorry, that's all about the demo class. Okay, if you have any doubts so far in these 2 slides, you can ask me now. Anybody, any doubts in these 2 slides, you can ask me. This is how our entire course will go. You'll be having this kind of beautiful images. Every slide you will have. Okay, every time I explain, I draw an image and then I'll explain it to you, so that you will have the very clear understanding about the things. Okay, you can see this is how our entire course will go. No need to worry. So this is how it will be. You will be able to understand like this. Okay, this is what we have covered today. See, this is what we have covered today. Okay, so we are at the 29 slides. So many classes needs to be covered before starting that, right? So many slides are pending. So this is how our things will go. Okay.